Okay, so we're talking about trust in healthcare. One of the first things I learned about trust and leadership is vulnerability. It's been about 45 minutes since I've had a drink, and I had a trusted colleague bring me a drink, and I know all of you are waiting. So the bar is open, and I'm between you and the bar, and I'm very vulnerable. But I have people who can help me. So I'm going to be okay, and you're just going to have to suffer through this next few minutes. Look, we've had a lot of great advice tonight about succeeding in healthcare, and a lot of it resonates with me. So many cool insights from the prior speakers, and I've summarized it. I'm going to press here. I've summarized it into a few key points. So one is have a great idea, right? Another one is look towards the future. And then the last one I got out of it is be innovative. And I realized I did none of those things, right? Not one. The idea that started our company wasn't mine at all. I just sort of tried to help a colleague. And then, in terms of looking for the future, my future was, how do I get this woman off my back so that I can get to my usual day job, right? That was my future. And then the last thing about innovation. Now, I admit, I'm 1993 Waterloo grad. I know there was some whoop-whoops for that earlier. Thank you again. But for Waterloo grad to create a form on a screen that connects to a database is not innovation. It's not sending a rocket ship into space and landing on a pad in the ocean. It's not putting a tiny robot into a bloodstream to figure out how to kill cancer. It's a screen and a database, and that's all I did. So there was nothing that I talked about that helped us create a great company. So then what the hell am I doing here talking to you 21 years later? So I think about that a lot. You know, it sounds like a lot of bullshit. And man, I keep pressing it. So this is us, right? So I think it's important for me to talk about why, who we are, and then ultimately why I'm here. The first thing is we decided consciously to stay focused in healthcare, right? So this is HealthTO, right, Maggie? Yes, thank you. Yes, I was at the right conference. So it's HealthTO. That's why we're here. We're born out of St. Mike's, which is just down the street. That's where I had my first co-op job. That's where I built the first product to start a company. Again, just to help a colleague. Wasn't my idea. It was just about helping a colleague. And that turned into a product that led to another product, that led to another product, that led to another product. And now there's 2,000 hospitals around the world using at least one of our products. I have no idea how that happened. I know every single hospital in Toronto uses our products. Every single one. Every single major academic center in the United States uses our products. Every single one. It's absolutely mind-boggling. So I try not to think about it because that's crazy. That's too much pressure, right? I'm just that idiot co-op student that built a product to help a colleague, and I'm still that guy. And that's how we started. And so I know this goes against a little bit a lot of what we heard, but I don't mean it to come out that way because everything we heard is relevant. But to me, life has been very, very different. Success has been about people, right? This is our company. And I've met every single one of these people. Why do I meet every single one of these people? Because I have to love and be friends with every single person that I work with, every single day. Why is that so goddamn important, right? So I'm going to tell you two stories. There's a young gentleman at the back of the room, smiling at the back with a beard, totally embarrassed that I'm going to talk to about him right now. Anthony came to our company as a co-op student, and we had struggled for years to build a mobile product. And I got every excuse from every top engineer why we couldn't do that. This kid came in, and in 4 months, he built our first mobile product. It's the reason why we can offer a mobile solution to our clients still today. Anyone at any age, with any ability, who has desire, can deliver excellence if you believe in them. That kid is a great example of that. I gave him a challenge when he went back to school I do that with every co-op student, right? They come in with an 80 average. Hey, if you can come back with an 85 average, I'll give you a $5,000 bonus. Well, this jackass came in with a 95 average. What the hell are you going to do with that? So I gave him some steps, and then the last step was, if you get like 100, or perfect, we'll give you this ridiculous salary. But I was like, yeah, ha, 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 that's a stupid thing, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, go off to school. His dad calls me halfway through his term, Sanjay, what did you do to my kid? My wife's telling me she never sees him. He never comes home for dinner. He's always working. I'm like, I don't know. First report card I've ever seen. Perfect. All the way down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's right there. We brought him here so I can embarrass him tonight. But that's what happens when you believe in people, truly believe in them. Everyone can tell these stories in hindsight, but how many of us are willing to do them with foresight, right? This is the key to growing a great business, and I don't give a shit if it's healthcare or anything else. This is what's important to me. But I'll tell you, that's a success story. I'll tell you a failure story about believing in people. Those are my favorite stories. Those are the ones we learn the most from. The province of British Columbia needed a system, and they invited us to present. And one of our people, 2 years into the company, said, please, Sanjay, please let me present. And at the time, we were like 20, 30 people as a company, and I'm like, you know what, Sunita, I know I'm the CEO, but you present. And this poor girl got up in front of the province of British Columbia, and she just froze. She just stood there and froze. And it's like business 101. What do? You're the CEO. Do you get up there and fix it? Do you get up there and solve the problem, make her look like an idiot? Do you let her figure it out? Do you let her suffer? I don't know. And then there's business on the line. It sounds good, like, just do, let her do what you want, but there's a lot on the line. So I just let her muddle through it. And then I just went up there, I guided her mouse to the right spot. I whispered in her ear, Sunita, you got this? She didn't, right? She had no idea what she was doing. We completely lost that deal. And she came home completely deflated about her attempt. And what do you do as a CEO of a growing company with something like that? I believed in her. I still believe in her. She's still with us 15 years later. And I said, listen, someone who's failed at that level trying to do something because they love their company, they love their team, they're the most valuable person that you can possibly find because they're going to work so hard, to make up for that for the years to come. And can I tell you, she totally has. She's like an item. She's like a little doll that we have that we show people. She is the epitome of our culture. And it's something that you have to invest in. When you're believing in people, you have to invest in those things. And why does this work? When you believe in people like that, whether it's Anthony or Sunita, the two stories I told, what kind of image are they going to give your company when they meet your clients? Belief, faith, trust, ultimate loyalty, because they know that we believe in them, we believe in each other, and they're going to exude that same trust and that same caring to your clients. Healthcare is a small industry. We're not talking about Apple where you got billions of customers. Several thousand, people, few thousand hospitals in our case, even around the world. And it's all about that reputation of trust. People are always first. And why does it work? So in my case, this is a client of ours, Jessica Beerhorst from Ochsner. She calls me when she comes to Toronto. She stays in my house, right? She stayed at multiple employees of our company's houses, had dinner with us everywhere she goes. It's that family feel doesn't just stop with our company. It bleeds into our clients. They believe in us and they trust us. And how complicated is healthcare? It's that complicated, right? And so it's not about knowing everything, right? This is where I don't want to contradict my prior presenters. It's not about being that genius that's figured it out, because the frickin' thing is changing every second, right? It's about believing in the people you've partnered with. Are you going to take care of me? Are you going to make sure that the next problem I face, you're right there with me, or are you going to bail? Our company has been always about being that trusted partner. And to be that, I can't be there with every meeting. To be that, you have to exude the same faith and trust to the people that you bring on. And that, to me, has been the key to our success. This story, actually, Great Ormond Street, unbelievable. We go there, first contract that the NHS has signed without actual formal approval from the NHS. And why is that? Great Ormond Street loved us so much that they said, we already know who we want to go with. Why do we have to go through this process? And they lobbied to get us signed before it went through the formal NHS approval process. And that comes from our team exuding that sincere trust and that sincere love to our clients. And it can't be faked. I can't put up PowerPoints with bullets to explain to you the elements you need to execute to create that environment. You either love the people you work with or you don't. And it's just that simple.
30 seconds.
I only have 2 hours left. What the hell? We have a club at RL called the Canoe Club, and the reason I call it the Canoe Club is that I believe the people we've assembled as a team, we don't even need to be in healthcare, we don't even need to be in software. We can build canoes and be successful because we love each other that much, and we can convince people to ride in canoes. And so I'll just leave you with the fact that being successful is not about creating what, it's about bringing the people that you love on board, and those are the people that are going to make you grow, right? And give you purpose in life. And I'm telling you, sincerely, that's been my experience. I'm a computer guy. I've been in healthcare. And I could talk about so many technical things. I could talk about so many healthcare things. But this is the thing that has made RL so successful. 30 seconds. Over to you. Thank you.